Hello. Nice. Brisk JT with the 16. Thank you. Mr. CG Buin, hello. Oh my god, these trays. I can feel my lisp, GG. I changed trays today and it feels so awkward. Chostar with the 1 year. Timoti hair pump? Yeah, I got a perm. Was it last week? 2 weeks ago now? No, 2 weeks? I think it's been 2 weeks. I got it before I went to Vegas. So yeah, it's probably around the two week mark. I'm adorable, hello. Nervous, also at the 1 year. Thank you. Oh wait, Chostar, it's 1 year too. You get a kiss? Alright, Lazal TTV with the 7 months. Thank you. Alright, if you guys don't want to hear the kith, mute yourself. Mute the mic right now. I'm about to give a fat kiss. Mute mic. I'll give you guys 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for Chostar. Thumbs up? Alright, thumbs up. What's up, Sasaru? Why do you guys like that? I'm gonna pretend these kisses are for me. I guess I'm also enabling it, huh? Registered Geek, thank you so much for the 2 months. Yeah, excited to check this out. We do have the capsule. We also have the sonnet. We might build a sonnet tomorrow, honestly. Hold on, let me ask. Did you lose weight looking slim? I don't think so. But 2 years, Jay. Thank you. Kizo Kami with the 10 months. Thank you. I kind of stopped working out again. I need to get back on it. I have been eating less. I think my weight stayed the same though. Bold crew? What is bold crew? Alright, we'll let people trickle in. And then we'll get to the build. Eating less is like 70% effort? Yeah, agreed. Need to get back to jogging? Yeah. How's the wedding planning? I think we're mostly set. Still just working out small stuff, but yeah, we have most of it down, I think, I want to say. Onoyo with the 34 months. Thank you. A loop video? What's a loop video? Oh, K-pop. I just got married this past weekend. Whoa, congrats. That's gonna be me in like it's almost 2 months. A little less than 3 months now. Any thoughts on Keychron Q3? I haven't tried it, but if you're looking for a wireless entry-level board, Keychron is a pretty good option. Hoping to grab one for the first come first sale serve. Yes, I don't think the date has been announced yet, but they said within the first 2 weeks they will intend to open the group buy for this. You can join their Discord server as they will announce it there when the group buy date is set. Oh wait, I lied. They're gonna have a in-stock sale first, and then group buy is gonna be afterward. Shipping lead time for in-stock will be 1 to 2 weeks. And I'm guessing group buy will take however long it takes. Is the in-stock going to be more expensive? In-stock will be slightly more expensive than group buy. I see. What board are you talking about? The board today that we are building, the Pixelspace capsule. So the first in-stock sale, it's going to be limited to 200 units but it is in stock. It's already been manufactured. It's going to be first come first serve. The Anno version is going to be around $410 retail, and if you go for one of the E-coats, it's going to be $430. Whoa, Mr. Barnoombeer with the 5 gifted. Thank you. Hope you all had a great weekend. I like this model. A few in stocks to rush people, and then a group buy. Safest for everyone. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. It is nice to separate like that because it gets people, it lets the general public try out the board, and then depending on how the first batch variants like it can drive more group buy sales even potentially. What linear switch is the best in your opinion as of now? I tried Gateron Minx, or sorry, not Minx, Gateron Oil Kings recently. Those are really nice. Raids I still like. Any of the new Gateron switches are pretty good too. Power Light is gonna do that too? Yeah. I did. What about you? Same. Oh man, this weekend I legit just consumed TV shows. Pube Plucker. Nice name. Taeha 형님, hi. Hello. There's nothing like getting hyped for a board, then just wait 6 months. Look at the Sonnet, everyone got hyped, and nobody even has one except influencers, streamers, etc. Yeah, that is one of the interesting... I never consider it from a marketing perspective. You are right. Even Mode, who tends to offer somewhat shorter lead times, it will still be a while until the general public has Sonnets in their hand, yeah. I consumed alcohol and fast food because I'm people fat. Nice. I also ate pretty poorly this weekend. No alcohol though. Stranger Things. Oh yes, I finished the latest season of Stranger Things. It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I binged the entire season. Yeah, I binged it over one evening and the day after, but I thought this season part 1 was really good. Was it worth the sleep deprivation? Yeah. I liked how they tied it in all together. Pretty hyped for the part 2. Have you received the 10 at 70? Yes, I do have the 10 at 70 on schedule to build as well. It'll probably be either this week or next week. We will build the Tenet. I do have the Tenet on hand. Part 2 is only like 2 episodes apparently. Oh, Smoge. So many characters in Stranger Things now, though hard to keep track of it all. Yeah, they did introduce some new ones. I liked the dank Lord of the Rings reference. That's kind of crazy. Kids growing up nowadays, they might not even have watched Lord of the Rings growing up. How sad. Unless their parents make them watch Lord of the Rings. Gandalf to Mandalf. That's a tragedy. I know. The feels when they dropped Lord of the Rings references in Stranger Things, and then they probably added the explanations because they realized a lot of Zoomers might not get the Loader references. Loader actually goated, yeah. How long will the pre-order for the Sonnet be open? So the model that Mode has been taking, I think currently, actually no, the 65 is not open, but the Sonnet, I think it'll be open for a while. If I had to guess, the Sonnet, they're probably going to make it similar to the Mode 80, where it's going to be open for pre-order indefinitely, meaning that it's a model that's most likely going to be around for a while, so it's just going to get shipped out in the order of whoever was first to the pre-order. But it's open indefinitely. Loader is meh? No way. Loader is goated. Extra Prius, please. Thank you for the 9 months. Hello. Lizard in the 80s though, Loader was not the cultural phenomenon that it is now. Bet lots of non-nerds wouldn't know it. I see. Wait, wasn't Loader starting to get made in the 80s? When were the first books written? Lord of the Rings book. Oh, it came out in the 50s. Tokens that old? Holy crap. Oh. 65 order was open for like another 6 months after fulfillment started. Yeah, 65 was open for a while too, but it's not open indefinitely like the Mode 80, I think. They're probably going to revise the 65 for a version 2 if I had to guess. They are making improvements with each model, so I'm hoping they bring the Mode 65. They'll definitely bring it back. Whether it's going to be the same one or it'll probably be an upgraded version. Have you seen the Keebs and Severance? I haven't watched Severance yet, but I've seen some screenshots, yes. Filming started in like late 90s. I see. Was waiting to see this. The 1070 and Capsule are two of my favorite boards right now. Yeah, I'm personally, the Tenet is more interesting to me, but the Capsule is going to be launching first, so that's how we're going to build it. Any pre-thoughts on the 1070? I think it looks really nice. I hope it sounds and feels as nice as well too. Canon keys with their brutal sign of keyboard offer something similar to Mode 80. No group buyers, just keep things in stock as well all the time. Yeah. Books are old AF, but also there were some anime issues in the late 70s, I think. I see. What keyboards are in Severance? They look so good. I couldn't tell you. Maybe if you pulled up the screenshot for me, I might be able to tell, but... Oh, wait. Before we do this, I got out the box. We've got one thing to unbox. Can you guys tell what set this is? Got a new keycap set in. Handerby? No, this is a new set. GMK No. Oh man. Are you a fan of yakisoba? Wait, like the food? Yes. GMK Key? Ooh, you guys got it right. Yes. GMK Key has arrived. Have you used the new Hades switch? No, I haven't used Hades. How many of you guys got Key? This was limited to 250. Were there ever extras for this set? I've never heard of this set. Yeah, this set was kind of under the radar. It was through Switch Mod. And then oh, it was limited to 160? No way it was that low. Was it 160? Yeah, it ran on Switch Mod. Oh, there's only 130. Ooh, this is a rare set now. I've got an ultra rare 130 only made. This set way predated me getting into the hobby. Hold on, when did this run? It can't be that old. Time to flip stonks. Ooh. Well, this looks nice. December 2020. Oh, okay. Ooh, the colors turned out nice. This green is actually a bit more vibrant than what I thought it would be. These were the renders. Yeah, but it still looks nice. If the capsule matches this colorway, we'll use it. Wish Legends were black? I kind of don't mind the brown. I mean, I like the brown. This was a tree themed set. Yeah, but it was a little thing, it was a little project that Krulbit ran for himself. Mostly a set that he wanted personally, so he limited it. And he didn't really care for making a profit or anything. Hence he limited it to 150 units sold. The brown matches the tree thing, yeah. shocked the keys and not move around the shipping. Yeah. Alright, that was it. The one unboxing. Let's get to the Pixelspace. We're gonna use Zakus. I will now have a build with Zakus in them. Whoa. What is this case? What set was that? GMK Ki. Just got some 21 KB caps in. Really impressed with the quality for the price. Yeah, 21 KB caps were pretty nice. Oh, I was about to sneeze. Well, this box is kind of lit. It is a 65% keyboard. Name is Capsule. Pixelspace is the design studio. They are somewhat new to the hobby, I believe, but I don't. Is this their first board? You can check out the information about this keyboard. It is in the build command. But it looks like this is their second collab. They're a Chinese design studio. Check out the interest check form if you're interested. On behalf of founder of Pixelspace, Young777. So this is a gasket mounted keyboard. Has an indicator LED and PVD mirror side strip. Okay, PCB and layout. Oh yeah, these are the colorways. Oh my. After 8 rounds of prototyping. Nice. Personal build, yes, I do get to keep this unit. This was sent out for free, but I am not required to say anything. I think Mech Merlin said this was the first click-clack he actually liked. Oh, really? Wait, did he not like the Vertex? I thought the Vertex was pretty nice. Click-clack is more so just the vendor, I think, right? Pixelspace is the actual designer. So it looks like we were sent an FR4. Oh, wait, we have plate options. Oh, they sent us all the plate options. Sheesh, which one should we build with? Palm plate? You guys down for palm? We don't really build with palm plates. We've seen PC plate and FR4 plates plenty of times, right? Palm? Alright. Yes, ClickClack is the vendor, Pixelspace is the studio. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm down for palm plate. But yeah, these are the... Oh, it says right here on their website. So it looks like you will only have plastic plates. There are no aluminum, brass, steel plates even offered. You're forced into plastic plates. Interesting. This looks so close to Space 80, I can't imagine it's your vibe. Aesthetically, I'm not crazy about it. Yeah, I'm more interested in the Tenet. But let's see how this is. Bottom foam and middle foam. I think I was told that I should use all the included foam. Install all included filling pads, yeah. We like to use palm stem plus nylon bottom switches. Oh, their also recommended plate choice is polycarbonate plate. But maybe I ignore that. Okay, we have the PCB switch bottom mat. All right. Oh, it's a hot swap build today. Oh, okay. Maybe we can play around with different plates. Ooh, what is this? Parts and cable? Whoa, Mr. Megaforce with the 46 months? Hello, my queen. Hello, my king. Holy, Megaforce about to hit 50 soon. Smarted Panda things with 11 months. Got a Corby from Tiny at Fanime, so happy. Ooh, yeah, I saw she's there. She has a booth, right? She had a words per minute booth. 46 years Pog. Ooh, this is the first time I've seen a drawstring bag and a keyboard case. Alright. Oh, what is this? This is not your typical stock keyboard cable. It's not too long. This is maybe like 3 feet. Comes with this, but this is paracorded. Pretty decent quality actually. It's also straight. I like that, it's not coiled. Alright, and it's got some gaskets and silicone pads, okay. Pretty nice. From what I've heard and seen, the capsule sounds and feels better, where the 10 at 70 seems a bit inferior in those areas, but has some other cool features that make up for it. I see. Alright, they do include stabilizer shims or washers, whatever you want to call it. Alright, packaging is pretty nice so far. I was so close to subbing to a hot tub streamer. You helped me escape. Nice. That's just, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the ferrite core. It's for grounding purposes or something, right? Interference. Whoa! Whoa, I did not know they were customizing this. Ooh, we got big mic. How's wedding planning? It's going pretty good. I think, yeah, it's slowed down a little bit. We're just trying to lock down small detail stuff now. Ooh, they lasered my logo on. That's pretty neat. Yeah, everyone say hi to Big Mike. Designed by Pixelspace Studio since 2020. Diego got a blue silver one. Nah, I'm down. I'm basic. I am down for monochrome color. Good, good. Yeah. All right, you guys ready for the peel? Turn off the music. Turn off all my filters. This looks nice. I'm usually not. I'm still not a sucker for bulbous designs like this, bulbous aesthetics. But this looks pretty cool. If you're someone who digs the more rounded, bulbous looking designs, I think this looks pretty cool. I like what they did with this USB port. It almost looks like a little capsule. A long, elongated capsule with a little split. Pretty sick. It's got Pixelspace. Bulbous? Yeah, that's how I describe these kind of keyboards. Like the CA66. Hello, could you tell us what are the best places to buy PBT or GMK keycaps from? Yeah, if you're looking for PBT, there's this guy named Novel Keys in chat. They have some pretty great PBT sets in stock too. Any of the PBT keycaps you can purchase from Novel Keys are really good. Highly recommend. They also sell GMK sets, but they're not necessarily always in stock. There are some in stock still, but you can join GMK group buys through Novel Keys, as well as some of my other sponsors. Check out my sponsors list. The B scope, then the 5 months, a match of the 6. Thank you. Knox salute. NK also has in stock GMK. Yeah, I mentioned that. Yeah. Honor still in stock. They also had GMK Mudbeam in stock. I just checked before stream. They had Mudbeam, yeah. Mech Market has some in stock. Okay. I noticed that every time I use a keycap puller, it always rubs up against the case when pulling out keycaps and will sometimes leave a mark. Is there a way around that? That does happen from time to time, depending on how big of a gap the designer leaves around the keycap space. I would just be careful if it ever touches the case. It's pretty As long as you're not like scraping it, you shouldn't damage the anode or coating. But it is possible that you could damage it if the tolerance is very tight. Just be really slow and be mindful of it, yeah. What's that game on Steam called that I can request beta for? Type out. What is your go-to Topra weight? 45 gram. June? Oh, is it finally releasing from the beta? It's gonna go public in June? Wire puller can damage keycaps if you're not careful pulling too hard. Yeah, also true. It might help to loosen the keycap before fully pulling it off. Some people like to wiggle the keycap side to side as they gently pull it open. Or pull it up, sorry. Alright, let's open up this plate. Out of the bottom foam and the middle foam, which is the thinner one usually in builds? Sorry, general question. I would say, well, I can compare. I would say usually the foam that goes in between the PCB and plate is thicker, because the foam that goes underneath the PCB, that's just really dependent on how much space you have internally. Ooh, this is the palm plate. Should we bend? June was for Taro, I see. Many has complained that the 1070 is very stiff, even with polycarbonate plate, and sounds meh. Clackbait recommends trying it out with long pull switches. I see. Hey yo, I'm a Blue Ops Fufu Cuddly Puff. Thanks for the 6 months. Thank you, thank you. Jeremy Germ with the 100 bits. Thank you as well. Valve, Gabe, Logan Newell with the 21 months. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've heard great stuff about Maverick so far too. I need to catch up on movies. Okay. I took out the PCB, I thought. Here we go. Here's the PCB. Thank you, Nathan. That is a hard Google. I am honestly kind of jealous of you ANSI guys. You have such beautiful keycap sets. As an ISO DE guy, I'm mostly screwed. Yeah, there's no getting around. As big as the hobby has grown, ISO still does not meet MOQ. You need to recruit more friends. Hans Van Buren. Where can I buy Zakus switches? I know Bolsa Supply has Zaku switches. I don't know what other vendor carries Zaku, but Bolsa Supply for sure. You can get Zaku switches. Oh, this has PE foam. Do we also use PE foam, chat? PE foam is gonna greatly affect the sound. No PE foam? Okay, I'm kind of down to do no PE foam. Oh, we have time. It's a hot swap build. Oh, this is an interesting PCB. Look at this. Ashkeep also carries Zakus. Okay, there you go. Whoa. Wait, this is kind of sick. They almost turned the traces into a little art. Looks like plant roots. Yeah. It looks normal on the other side. But they kind of made it look like art up here. So this is probably where the LED strip goes. Oh yeah, there it is. Wait, but this is... Does this even let light through? Oh, okay, there's a diffuser. I do see the diffuser. Okay, okay. And then JST cable, daughter board. I'm guessing is a daughter board. Yeah, it's already installed. Okay. We only got sent one PCB. No point in testing it. We're gonna fake a typing test if we have to. Let's get to building this. If you're not using PE foam, tape the flex cuts. Sounds like shit otherwise. Okay. Is this a personal build? Yes, I do get to keep this. Do you like the name Big Mike? That's a good question. I'm pretty sure he does. I think I asked him, but it might have been years ago. I need to get my own stabilizer. Okay, chat. I am going to... What is it called? do what I preach. This is a 65 or 60. This is a 65%. I'm kind of down to go 625 on this. Practice what you preach. There you go. Yeah. Practice what you preach. I don't normally like 625, but I think on 70 or on 65%, 625 bottom row actually kind of slaps. Have you tested any of these three? GMMK Pro, Keychron Q1, Akko. I've only tried the GMMK Pro out of what you've listed, Amass. Oh, also chat. I was experimenting this weekend. And look. I don't know how many of you guys just play around with syringes for fun, but I found one, or sorry, this is what I have linked on my Amazon, my gear kit. And I didn't realize it came with two different tip sizes. So this is the original one that we use. And this is fine for injecting 205. I mean, maybe this would work for BDZ2. But the thicker tip, I shoved BDZ in. So now we can just inject BDZ. It is a bigger tip, but you still get, it's still small enough that you can insert it into the back of a stabilizer. Yeah, so no need to buy anything. If you guys have been buying this that I just have on my kit coat, yeah, it's more than enough syringes for your life. It comes with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 syringes with 2 different tips. Is that a 14 gauge? How do you check? Oh, there you go. 14 gauge and a 20 gauge. So I'm guessing 20 is the bigger one, right? 14 is what I originally used for 205G0. Oh, 14 is bigger? Oh, I'm big dumb. 14 is bigger? Okay. So this is 14, this is 20. I find I can't fit the thicker tip past the ends of the stab wires when they are in the housing. I can show you guys. It works. Okay, you definitely can't stick it in all the way though. So this is the 20 gauge. The 20 gauge you can actually, oh yeah, you can make it go all the way through if you finesse it. So you can get a little bit more precise with the 20 gauge. 14 gauge, it definitely does not clear. But like you can still somewhat shove it in to the point where it'll get lube in the right spots. But yeah, it does not clear. You cannot stick this all the way in. But like I can inject with this perfectly fine. It'll plug the butt or whatever you want to call it. I'll go back to lurking while I watch I Am Dallas. Oh, all right, have a good time. This has vocals. Also, the GMK Pro. I'm thinking of getting one as my first decent board starts into the hobby, and most importantly, having experience the group buy or pre-order paint. I would say if you're gonna go for a GMK Pro Amass, I would rather get an NK87 or NK65 over it, unless you absolutely need the volume knob as well as the 75% layout. I feel like there's better options now for entry level. Yeah, Bakoneko 60, Bakoneko 65, also great. You can go for tons of stacked acrylic builds. You could also try waiting for the next round of the QK65. The QK65 has been very well received. Spacebar, left shift. Full backspace. Wait, we're using all of the stabs today? Left shift, backspace, enter. Oh, I guess we are. You need F keys and ISO layout. Ah, ISO layout. I don't think NK87, the NK series don't offer ISO still yet, right? Does it? Pick your color. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's ANSI only. Wait, GMK Pro? I don't even think that has ISO support yet, does it? They said they were gonna... Oh, they did actually release the ISO version. Has these shipped though? How they started shipping? Because the ISO version was not available at launch, but they said they were gonna provide an ISO version. GMK Pro is ISO since about a year. I see. Been there since I get into the hobby. Ah, yeah. I guess if you're looking for ISO, does Bakaneko offer ISO? Bakaneko. You could probably just add in a oh, you can go for Bakaneko. It does offer ISO support, but it is a 65%. Oh, he needs F keys. Ah, I see. If you're going F keys, then yeah, you are stuck to a 60 or a 75 or a TKL. Yeah, then I guess Zoom 65, QK65 also out of the question. Yeah, maybe Keychron. I might go with Keychron over GMK nowadays. Remap? No, I mean I'm pretty sure Amass knows he can remap. He must have a specific purpose for needing ISO support. Where did I put my 205? Nathan just showed that BDZ could be injected with the 14 gauge. Yes, I will try to demonstrate the 14 gauge with BDZ. But first, let me apply 205. Does Sonnet support ISO? I don't think it does yet, actually. Can someone confirm? I'm pretty sure Mode Sonnet does not have ISOs. Oh, wait. Maybe you can. Wait. It's just the hot swap that is... I wish they would have pictures of just the... Let's see. The Sonnet might have ISO, just not available in the hot swap version. Oh, yes, Sonnet, you can, it does have ISO support, just not as a hot swap, so you would have to solder. Also pre-order, yes, this is a pre-order. It is expected to start shipping Q4 of this year though. Pretty sad if boards don't support ISO in their solder PCBs nowadays. I don't think it hurts sales all that much, to be honest. It would be nice if designer still continues to support ISO, but yeah, I feel like ISO users, they're just less and less of every year. June, hello. Numpad and ISO users make up like under 10% of the hobby combined. Yeah. Unfortunate. What does ISO stands for? It's something standard. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. International standard? Something. International, yeah, that's what I know of too. It's becoming more normalized in EU to just use ANSI. Keycap sets generally have the alt keys to just swap. Yeah. There just aren't enough ISO users nowadays to warrant making products for. 1800 layout is pretty good for a numpad layout. What about the Bay users? True. Bring back Bay. For those who don't know what Bay is, BAE, that stands for Big Ass Enter. Big Ass Enter is best. Converting from ANSI to ISO UK is 8 keys and still people don't support it. Yeah, when you say it like that, but the thing is, 8 keys can increase the cost of a kit. And then when the majority of the buyers have no need for those extra keys, there just ends up being no reason to do it. I mean, GMK sets, they support basic ISO. And then it gets even worse if it's for regional specific ISO. Whoever started this conversation, they said they're ISO DE. Yeah, like once you start getting into the more specific ISO layouts, like you're even in a worse place. It's named Zaku like the Gundam. Yes, that is the inspo that Bolsa Supply had. Like $5 one kit, yeah, but then spread that cost to every kit you make. Yeah, it's 8 keys here and 2 extra keys there. It probably adds up manufacturing. Yeah. I don't even think it's even the manufacturing. It's just wasteful too, right? Like considering that at least 90% of your customers don't use ISO, you just now used up a bunch of plastic and resources to make what 8 to 20 keys that the majority of people will never use or even throw away. I like how Max does it at Cable Car Designs. He designs the plate files for ISO, but only provides ANSI at the group buy. Yeah, I think a lot of designers will probably move to that. Well, I hope so. It is nice when plate files are open sourced or provided to the public. Now that we have dedicated custom plate cutting services as well. Man, I'm curmudgeonly enough to dislike any new word that seems to catch on too quickly. But inspo seems especially egregious because it even sounds dumb phonetically. Wait, what? Inspo has been used on social media for a long time now. What? Inspo's been around for a while. You boomer, I burly. Oh my, Bones DS. Whoa, thanks for the 5 gifted. Thank you. And Grimstead, thanks for 18 months. Welcome back. Guilty as charged? Yeah. Alright, how many of you guys in chat use inspo as a word? In your daily lingo. Inspo. Have you heard of it? I feel like inspo is not bad. It's just short for inspiration. I don't use it at all. I've literally never. Oh man, my chat is full of boomers. Wait, you guys have never heard inspo? That's crazy. Speak Hebrew? I don't know Hebrew. Yo, I'm Gen Z? Wait, you're Gen Z and you don't use inspo? Alright, my chat's full of boomers. Boomer, damn right. I don't use it and I'm Gen Z. Elder millennial. I look at fashion inspo albums. Yeah, a lot of people use inspo when it comes to fashion. I feel like any like creative field probably uses inspo too. The people using inspo are the yoga girls on Instagram from Gen Y, so that makes sense if Gen Z doesn't use it. Nothing inspires me. We use it a lot in architecture. Architecture uses the word inspo? Oh. I work in retail and have a degree in fashion merch. Yeah, maybe inspo is more so used by the fashion community now. Oh, I need to sneeze. Oh. Chat. I binged all of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. It was a 3-day weekend. I spent the first 2 days watching Stranger Things, and then another 2 days finishing up Slime. I like Slime a lot, but as season 2 got super weird. Wait, I'm confused on season 2. Is it over? They didn't really close out the story or anything. Did you like it? I liked it a lot, yeah. I think I still preferred Mushoku Tensei over Slime, but Slime was a pretty good watch. S2 is over, but there is a movie coming out this fall and season 3 is confirmed. Oh, okay, so it's not over. Yeah, also confused because season 2 was like half of season 1 in terms of length. And there was like zero closure. Tensei is better as the original isekai? I see. I've started watching Case Study of Vanitas and it's good. Just started Stranger Things season 4. Ooh, you're in for a ride. I feel like the latest season of Stranger Things 2 also had like they bumped up the horror aspect. Low-key felt like a horror film at times, which I like. Where can I get TX stabs? A lot of vendors stock them now. I would say keep your eyes peeled on the TX website. I don't know. I know several regional vendors have also been stocking up on TX stabs. Yeah, but I mean the best place probably is TX keyboards themselves. Did you watch Kenobi? No, not yet. I have not started Kenobi yet. Ooh, I have also not seen any of the Ghost in the Shell stuff. Oh, sorry, Makibo, yeah. Crap, not TX keyboards anymore. I forget that they're Makibo now. I lied. Don't go to TX keyboards. Go to Makibo. What stab should I use to upgrade the GOAT from the GMK Pro? I would say Duroc V2s or TX stabilizers. Even C3 probably is better. Keep in mind, I don't know if they changed the plate file, but in the original pre-production GMK Pro that I reviewed, Duroc V2s were a little tight for their plates. You can make it fit, but you might need to potentially even Dremel or file some of the plate if they haven't changed the plate to update for that. What are the changes of that plate film in an audible sense? What do you mean by plate film, Lizao? Tomodachi Game is pretty good. Tomodachi Game? Wait, is that an anime? I just looked TX stabs and got a bunch of knife-related crimes in Texas. No, 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 no. You should look up TX stabilizer, not stabs. Stabs might not, yeah, stabs might get different SEO hits. Tomodachi Game is currently airing right now. Oh, I see. Like the film you opted to not include. Oh, I see, I see. This is a PE foam sheet. Basically, if you use this sheet of foam, it makes the sound signature, it makes it heavily biased towards this kind of sound. Jelly Epoch. Who has a good Jelly Epoch typing test? All right, Shubes' first hit. This is a PE foam build. Typical sound signature. No matter what switch you put in, if you install the sheet of foam, it's gonna sound pretty similar to this. People describe this sound signature as marbly, what is it, tacky, whatever the new kids call it nowadays. But yeah, it makes it very biased towards this kind of sound. And some people like it, some people don't like it. Really up to... Oh, I got another one for you. I mean, if you take a look at my Mammoth. Yeah, the Mammoth 75 had the PE foam. The Zoom 65 also has the PE foam. You can listen to those on my... Oh, that's my big old head. Yeah, you see, it sounds kind of similar. My mind just got blown. I've got to start a fire. We use different keycaps, different switches for this build. The keyboard itself is different, but that's the power of this PE foam. You install the PE foam, it's just going to sound like this particular sound profile. I mean, there will be differences. It's not going to sound exactly the same, but pretty close to whatever this, however you want to describe this sound signature. Mammoth 75, that board looks nice. I think you just missed the group buy. It ran a couple months ago. Although there might be Mammoth 75 extras. I'm sure a ton of people bought it, and a ton of people are probably going to sell it off as well. You could also try going for a 7V aftermarket. I don't know how much you're trying to spend amass. Oh, the Hope 75 is still ongoing. Maybe this is another option for you. Amass. You could look into the Hope 75. I have not built it though personally, so can't really speak for it. Do you have a Namui? No, I don't. Creamy, poppy, thocky, clacky, deep, smoky, slurpy, burpy. Not a big PE foam guy, but I added it to my Kara and enjoy it. Yeah, I don't think PE foam is bad. I do like how it sounds. I just don't think I would want all of my keyboards to sound the same though. So a couple PE foam builds are enough for me. Are you using 205G or XHT for the stab bar? For the wires, I'm using XHT BTZ now. Do you prefer BDZ or dielectric? I prefer BDZ over dielectric. Taeha, when you clap your cheeks, does it make a clack or a thock? No, when I clap my cheeks, it's the creamiest thock you've ever heard. Not the cream. I finally got into hobby instead of admiring from afar. Welcome, welcome. Oh, a mass. I have a question for you. Wait. Oh, maybe this doesn't apply to a mass. Do you do video work, a mass? I know you do photography. But are you into video? Do you have any experience with cinema glass or cinemodding? I do 3D anime. Oh, is 3D animation your bread and butter? Okay. Thank you so much for the 23 months, Tim. I've spent an exorbitant amount of money for advertisement-less content, but how come I'm getting advertisements in your stream from your own mouth during the sponsor segment? Kind of true, actually. Tim does have a point. I'm requesting a refund for my subscription for the past 23 months. Also, do you want to go bouldering with me, Nathan, and Ryan? Ooh, bouldering? Depends on when. I'm not crazy about bouldering though. But yeah, I could be down. June's a little busy, but if the date lines up, I'm down. It's been a while since I've gone to a rock climbing gym. I'm a 3D artist by trade, so 3D stills and animation. Ah, I see. I don't know. I'm kind of itching to pick up a set of Cineglass or cinema level. Not cinema level. Cine modded glass. Could be down is Taeha for I'm not down by TY for the invite. No. I'm actually down. Let me know. I'm down. Likely a silly question, but what is that plastic wheel on the right side of the PCB? Plastic wheel? Oh, these. You'll see. These are for the stabilizers. Because TX stabilizers are clip-in only, you install these shims, which come in this wheel to prevent popping off. Which glass though? Leica. I want to get into Leica R, Canon FD, or Zeiss. The more vintagey sets, vintagey glass. Bouldering is rock climbing, but short distance. Oh yeah, sorry. I do know what bouldering is. Actually though, just kidding. I don't want to go bouldering with Tim. Have you guys seen the Instagram stories of Tim bouldering? Kind of cracked. I cannot be in the presence of such great and juicy cheeks that is owned by the Tim Keyless. When are we getting the Pinky Toe Cam subathon? What do you mean? I know you know what bouldering is because you're rock hard. Okay. Wait. Amas, you said you do 3D animation? Do you also do MoGraph then? When he sees them juicy cheeks, he wants to creamy thock. Yes. Ooh, a mat. Wait, can I see your portfolio? Do you take projects, commissions? Degen chat today, let's go. Are you? No, these are not stock. They have been lubed pretty lightly with Tribosys 3204 or 3. We are using the stock spring, but the spring has been lubed. I use After Effects, but not a crack at it like some who are purely in After Effects. I see. Would love to if I can help you out with something. Ooh, okay. I'll shoot you a DM then. What can I do if my spacebar rattles on the right side? Ooh, depends on why it's rattling. I would first make sure that your stabilizers are installed correctly. It can be rattling for a lot of reasons. Some which are fixable, some, I mean, all of them are fixable with varying degrees of work. It's possible your wire is not straight. It's possible your keycap is warped. It's possible you didn't apply enough lube. It really depends. If you made sure your wire was straight and that your keycap is not the issue, hard to say without taking a look at it in person. Where can I buy different springs for switches? Makibo. Makibo has springs. Tons of other vendors have springs too. Is Steam down right now or is it just me? I am not sure. Oh, I recently discovered Media Division. Yeah, their channel is great. But that channel is dangerous. It's giving me intense gas. Luckily, I don't have any money to buy anything that I want. But the gas is insane right now. Yeah, I've taken a very big interest in vintage lenses the past couple years or so. And now I'm thinking if I should get some, start building my own sets. All right, stabilizer installed. How do you take off keycaps on a hot swap without pulling out the switches? I don't think it's really possible. It's just inevitable with hot swap. It's bound to happen. When it does, you just re-stick the switch back in. Those contact Zeiss lenses should be a great addition. The issue with contact Zeiss though, they are known for their Ninja Star bokeh, which I personally don't like. So I'm thinking I might go Canon FD or Leica R over Zeiss. I do like the Zeiss images though, but I can't get over the Ninja Star bokeh. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's actually kind of cool. I don't think I like it. Immensely washed. Thanks for the Prime sub. Is the age of 15 normal for the custom mechanical keyboard hobby? Yeah, I would say a lot of people in this hobby are pretty young. Canon FD is spherical Drusi. Yeah, I do like the images from the Canon FD too. Oh, more vocals. Michiato with 18 months. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me get GMK Oblivion is back. No longer decommissioned. Whoa, Mr. Asmodeus, hello. Taeha looking mad attractive right now. No cap? Okay. That's hard, Cap. What photo body do you own? I'm currently invested in Leica and Canon at the moment. But I'm not necessarily interested in a photography lens. More so for video work. Oh wait, okay, nice. This plate does support 65. I hate that guy Tim Keyless. Whoa, it's kind of toxic. Burb. Oh, this sounds poppy. Okay, I'm going to intentionally leave some of these unlubed, but I'm not going to take it off so I can use a syringe and show you guys that the syringe works. Okay, whoever asked about the wheel, this is explanation time. So TX stabilizers, well, they're clip-in only. So if you guys see, there's a stabilizer right here. The bottom part gets clipped on, but this top part, it can be yanked. If you have a switch and you pull on this hard enough, the stabilizer can pop. So we're gonna install one of these little shims to close that gap there and lock it into place. That's what these are for. What is a juicy undertone? I couldn't tell you what juicy entails. Are people saying juicy now? WTF, are you the owner of Heckheim Designs that doesn't respond to customer emails regarding the Balder? Wait, Asmodeus is the owner of Heckheim Designs. Oh, I didn't know you ran a business, Asmodeus. Oh, shh. What is Heckheim Design? Oh, Helheim Designs. Oh. I'm stupid. Not Asmodeus, it's Asmode. Ah, is that how you pronounce that name? I'm gonna call him Asmode. Heckheim was right the first time. Juicy undertone is in your coffee command response. Wait, really? Oh shoot, it is juicy. I'm not sure what they meant by juicy undertone. TBH. I just went off their bag. Can you lick your juicy undertow? Sure. Hanson, thank you for 7 months. Raikami with the 25 months. Thank you. Have you looked into iron glass adapt? I have looked into iron glass. Yeah. Oh wait, I don't think iron glass has Canon FD though, do they? Iron glass is more for like rehoused vintage lenses, if I remember correctly. What mods do you recommend to do to the GMK Pro? I would recommend lubing it. I would recommend, yeah, I mean, lubing is probably all you need. You could add foam if you want. That's optional. 70-1 WTF? That's not coffee. That's coffee LaCroix. Okay. Oh yeah, Tim probably uses more like a 15-1, huh? Is that Zakus on palm plate? Yes, it is. I use 15-1 like a normie. Did you try the 67 Lite? Yes. I haven't tried the V3, but I tried up to the V2. I thought they were pretty nice. I prefer the light versions over the non-light versions. TBH. And then the latest round, they're gonna have a ton of colors, right? Wait a minute, are spacers required? Is this a 1.2 mil? Okay, I'm gonna hope I don't need the spacers. Are you looking to use the glass for your usual content or have a film project in mind? Yeah, more so for just regular videos. Whenever I can use or get by with manual focus, I would like to use it. I don't know, even wondering if I should try vlogging with a manual focus lens. Maybe that'll make my vlogs better if I have to manually focus. Be more intentional with what I'm vlogging about. I checked the website, it's a 1.2. This is 1.2. All right, F it. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we can get by without the washer stay. They did provide the shims, but let's pray we don't need it. It might still be loose though. Okay. Okay, no rattle there. Okay. I can hear a slight tick in certain cases, but I think we can get by without it. Ideally, I would install the stabilizers, but I think it's going to take way too long. There's also a chance it doesn't work. I don't think the ticking is that bad. So let's continue. Where did I put the... Draxion, thanks for the 19 months. I got a call from the camera repair service. Dude is very skilled. Did you? Oh, who did you send it into? There's a guy out here in California that does great work. Was it Precision Works Camera? Precision Camera Works? Oh wait, you're based in EU. Maybe you didn't ship all the way out here. There's probably a local service guy that you would use. Oh, and cute. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Thank you. Is it normal for stabilizers to start rattling after like 2 weeks of being perfect? Because it's pretty depressing, not gonna lie. No, that is not normal. That means you did not tune it properly. KT camera service. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, there's a guy out here in California that does really great work. And he does a lot of repairs for Mamiya and Hasselblad cameras. I turned keyboard into camera today? Wait, what do you mean, Urban? You converted a keyboard into a camera? What? Show me this project. Y'all happen to know anyone who repairs vintage cameras? I know some, but there's no like vendor that does it all. Usually people who offer repairs offer it for a specific model or a specific brand or family of cameras. So you gotta find, depends on what you're looking to get serviced. Oh, you have a Rolly, but it's broken? Oh, a Rolly? I feel like there's probably tons of people who can fix a Rolly. I ended up selling the #1 version 2, and that completely funded a Nikon. Ooh, Urban going into Nikon mirrorless. Dude, high key, it's a good time to be a Nikon fanboy right now. Their latest mirrorless stuff, kinda dank, being slept on. He's also going to replace the advanced lever. Might have a crack. Also going to recalibrate the rangefinder a bit. Nice. May I ask what kind of glasses you're wearing? They're just generic glasses. That's not a brand name. Got it from a local glasses optometry place. Too bad they're getting sued. I saw. Nikon's mirrorless lineup is banging. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how far they've come along with their autofocus, their video capabilities. There legit is no brand that you can go wrong with today, I feel like. It seems like everyone likes the Fujifilm dropped the new camera today too. I watched some of the reviews. I really wanted it. Was a gift from my dad when he used to do photography. I like my Sony. Yeah, I mean Sony's been at the top for the past couple of years now. I low-key even considered picking up a GH6. Any GH6 users? I was like 80% swayed to pick up a GH6. And I was like, nah, I shouldn't. I enjoy my Samsung Galaxy S10e camera. Oh, you know, have you guys seen the Sony Xperia 1? That's also crazy. The Sony Xperia no cap kind of cracked. It's insane what they've put in the camera. I still wouldn't get it because the phone experience is probably gonna be ass. But like, if that trickled down to other major manufacturers, holy. Xperia 1 Mark III. Oh god. Whatever the latest Sony phone camera was. More cams should be able to film with the full 3 tilt sensor. Yeah, I do wish more brands allowed for open gate recording. I did not care for having open gate capabilities, but now that I'm kind of wanting to try out short form content, vertical content, it kind of sucks not having open gate. Is this a commission? Nope, this is a personal unit that I get to keep. Is this keyboard wireless? It is not. And I don't think there is a wireless version available either. The power LED is a cool feature. The thing is, it's on the back though. I wonder how visible it's gonna be. I mean, I guess you could see it up top here, but are Zakus tactile? These are linears. Wait, I thought there was a Was there a tactile Zaku? I thought I saw a tactile Zaku. Nope, these are linears. Ah, Corsas are the tactile version? Okay, there you go. I've never wanted a beige keyboard, but the retro vibes on the capsule got me drooling over one. Yeah, beige would look really nice on this. This does have some of that retro vibe going on. Have you tried Hyperglide Browns? Yes. I'm new to the keyboard hobby and curious about keycap extras. For example, with GMK Redacted, is the add-on kit meant for larger layouts that the base kit doesn't cover? Yes. You said GMK Redacted. This is the base kit. So this is what you get when you buy the standard kit. When you get the add-on kit, this is all you get. And it's meant to supplement layouts that are not covered by this kit. So for example, I mean, if you need more 1U keys in row 1 or row 4, maybe this is for smaller layouts or ortho users, but this is all you're getting for the add-on kit. These might be novelties too, maybe. I don't know what's underneath here, but yeah, they're called add-on kits because they are meant to supplement layouts that are not covered by the base kit. Do you personally feel a big difference between break-in switches versus stock switches that are just lube? You feel a difference during the first couple months of using your keyboard, yes. But once you've used a keyboard for like a year, or even like half a year, I think that difference doesn't really matter much. I would say the majority of benefits that you see from break-in are just for that initial usage time period. You use a switch for long enough, it'll naturally break in over time. I'm actually out of Canada, but you should be fine too. Oh, you're the person with the Rolly. To my knowledge, the Rolly is fully mechanical, right? So there's probably still people who repair it. It's usually cameras with electronic parts that end up dying out, since you can't get these parts readily made anymore. Let me shoot a question in a Discord I'm in. Oh, are there actually film Discords that are worthy of joining? Recommended full-sized keyboard kits. You can check out the... Oh, is the Odin still live? The Odin might have ended. You could wait for the Zombumon SAR whenever that releases. I wouldn't be surprised if bigger vendors introduced a 1800 style keyboard maybe this year or next year. People are setting Odins on market already. Wait, Odin V2s or V1? Because the V2 group buy ended. It was still running last week. Austin round 4. Oh, okay. Yeah, you could wait for the Austin round 4. Cypher is not a full size though. It's F-rolless, right? If I remember correctly. Are 90s out of fashion? Yeah, you mean 96%? No one really looks for 96% anymore. V1 on Mac Market. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, right. Yeah, Zekin's working on a 1800 style. Fossil. I don't think I've heard of Fossil yet. Zakus equals sexy. The switches do look cool. Have you seen the ceramic keycaps? Yes. I'm in a small Discord from Nico. Oh, Nico's photography show. Yeah, I've watched some of his videos. How do you choose switches for your keyboards? I put in whatever switch I feel like. Unless it's like a Grail keyboard, then I usually reserve my favorite switches for like Grail builds. But for like everyday or like just, and if it's not a Grail build, just whatever I have on hand. Like once you've built enough keyboards, you start looking more for diversity than having everything being the same. So I'm always down to try new combos. If it ends up being that I very much dislike it, I'll rebuild it. If I'm not too bothered with it, I'll just keep it as is. Does this Zaku have film? These were not filmed. Are Zakus, do they need film? These were just lubed. What's a Grail build to you? Just any keyboard that I have been wanting personally, or a board that has historical value or sentimental value. Do you ever do multi-switch builds? No, I rarely do multi-switch. I've done multi-switch builds in the past when I was starting off. I've played around with like swapping switches for space bars or caps locks. Didn't really care for it too much, just more work. Also the film and filament Discord I'm a part of for 3D printing modders, designers for film cameras. Ah. Where did you get the foam? It's just packaging foam that came with my heavy grail purchase. Is the Gap Milky Yellow still the pick for a good budget linear to fill to start with? Yes. Milky, or just Gap Yellows in general, whether they're milky or not, pretty great starting off questions. Sorry, starting off switches. The Glockadile, I think it's more for the Prime, so. You're gonna need a foam? Yeah, I need to make a foam command. I feel like people care more about this foam than the keyboard. Okay, we're done. This is hot swap. Let's open up this build. Okay, so there are no visible screws on the outside. Gasket, these are for the feet, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are for the feet. Have you been lubing stab wires? Yes, I did lube stab wires. They're called the silicone pad. I'm pretty sure these are for the feet though, right? There's only 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. These are the feet. Whoa, Mr. Alex Otos, hello. Oh, nice. The feet go in perfectly here. No sponsor time. We did not solder. How about I'll do sponsor time when we rebuild this? I mean, it's hot swap. Let's try without the foam, and then I can shove in all the foam afterward. So you guys can see how big an impact the foam makes. It might be possible you guys prefer the sound with the foam too. It was recommended in their build guide that all the foam be used. We use none of the foam for this first configuration. Finally made it to a live stream. Always watch on the YouTube channel. Hello. When will the in-stock sales and group buy be running? There's no confirmed date yet, but you can expect the in-stock sale to be somewhere between June 3rd, potentially up to June 12th. So I guess the earliest you want to keep your eyes peeled on their Discord server is June 3rd. And then all I've been told is that the group buy will follow shortly after. I think group buy will be unlimited though. Yeah, but the in-stock sale, it will be happening within the first 2 weeks of June. Did you get a slight wave perm? I don't know what I got. I just told my hairstylist I wanted a perm that wasn't too curly. I didn't give him a reference photo or anything. I just said, omakase, give me the level of perm that you want, hairstylist. But yeah, I don't think my perm is too crazy. The curler diameter was pretty big. Okay, silicone pads. Done. Oh, don't touch the back. Flip this over. Where are the screws? Ah, it's up top here. And he's using hex. I want to say 1.5. Sick. Oh, it is not 1. Maybe it's 2. Oh. Hold on, 2 is too thick. Oh, I see. It was 1.5. Have you watched the latest season of Love? Oh, yes. I forgot I watched that too. Yes. I did watch Love, Death, Robots over the weekend. I thought this new season of Love, Death, Robot was aight. I've only caught a couple of streams live, but I listen to the VODs while I'm working. Is there a reason the music isn't on YouTube? Copyright issues. I started to play copyrighted music on stream. How did you like the last episode? What was the last episode? Was it the water dancing thing? Love, Death, Robots season 3. Was it that one was funky. I didn't quite understand that one with like the water woman and the soldier. That one was kind of spooky, not gonna lie. Don't know what the message was. Hey to the hot rice maker, hello. Thoughts on Stranger Things 4? Oh, we talked about it earlier. Stranger Things 4 was lit. I liked it a lot. Okay, so we have unscrewed the 2 halves. Oh, this is heavy. I'm guessing it's because of all this. So this is the bottom half. And where do we install the gasket tabs? Because the bottom is pretty plain. All the magic happens on this top piece. Super chunky. Oh, they mount the USB. They mount the daughter board vertically like that? Huh. I see. So that silver bar, I'm guessing, is being held by the 4 screws there. There's 2 screws there, and then there's 2 screws there. That's probably holding this thing. All right, let's check out the build guide. Oh, that's it for instructions. Okay, so this says gasket. Where do I stick these though? Oh, I see. They're sleeves. You attach them. Oh, interesting. So you just insert the sleeve on either end. Oh, interesting. Okay, I see. Whoa, Mr. Aussie Obsessions, long time no see. Hello, how are you doing? Condom mount? Sure, you can call this whatever you want. Something similar to the Space 55? Yeah. I think the QK65 does this too. Ah. It seems these, like sleeving the plate is the new meta. Mode also does something similar with their isolated gasket mount. Or isolated top mount. It's not gasket strips, but some kind of condom, if you will, over the plate. I actually don't mind this. This is pretty easy to install. You don't have to deal with applying gasket strips and then worrying about whether you need to apply them on the plate or the case. If it's just condoms like this, don't need to worry about any of that. What are your thoughts on buying multiple colorways of the same keyboard? I personally think that's a waste of money. Unless you can afford to have like multiple colorways of the same keyboard. Like if money is not an issue, I guess go for it. But I would personally rather have a lot of different keyboards than 5 of the same. The cock mount, yes. This is the cock mount. Nice cock. Okay. I think it might be smarter to install this upside down. Holy, how do I... This cable is so short. I need to attach it to this. Oh my god, how do I... Oh no. Okay, make sure you guys sleeve your condom all the way. If you don't, it'll slip out. Okay, nice. Okay, we can just drop it in like that. And then we should be able to screw these all together. I feel like we can use GMK key for this. Beige on black. Uh, 25 months. I wish I could make it to more. Oh, no worries, Thunder. Things are for the 25 months. Maybe it's better to just drop it in and then worry about screwing it in. Okay. Do you have Dolch? Oh, wait, did Dolch round 5 ship? I did join in on Dolch round 5. Hold on. Let me check my emails. Project keyboard. Did I pick it up? Dolch. Oh, wait, I did pick up Dolch. Ooh, we could use Dolch. Dolch or key? We've got 2 options, chat. Did you get key? I did. I thought R5 stands for... Oh yes, it does stand for row 5, not the round. I always forget. You are absolutely correct. Are those Zakus? Yes. Save key for silver. Okay. Two more screws. Did you ever build a Grid 650? I recently saw it for the first time in Alex's video. It's the first board that I've been tempted to buy aftermarket. I think I'm going to hold on and see if you do another round. I have not built a Grid 60 personally, but I have played around with several. As a keyboard, it's not personally for me. But if you like the aesthetics, I would say go for it. I don't know if they're going to rerun it though. It's been a while since their latest run, right? But it is somewhat popular. People dig the aesthetic. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back again. I think 2020 was his last round. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Grid 650s. Okay, moment of truth. You guys want Dolch? You guys want Dolch over GMK Key on this? Ooh, LED strip is working. Ah, crap, I should have flashed this. Oh, no need to flash, no need to flash. We just gotta load the JSON. Okay, key tester. Oh, wrong one. Nice. Keyboard works. Is this the layout I want? No. We want left control there, left control, left one, left off space, momentary. No. We want this to be momentary. This will be switch, right shift, delete, and page up, page down. Sure. Now let's put caps lock here. Reset is up there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We need this. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, keyboard works. Nice. Okay, so caps lock indicator, it does work as a caps lock indicator. I see. How do you download via support? It is not officially supported yet, but it's on their build guide. I imagine they'll release the build guide once it is available to the public. I don't know if I can share the build guide yet. They're probably going to update it a little bit more. Okay, chat. Maybe that's what this mystery box from PK is. It might be my Dolch R5. Oh, it is. It is Dolch R5. Ooh. Oh, what is this? Oh, there was a hunger kit? Ooh. Forgot I bought a hunger kit. Address leaked? No, it's not my address. It's okay. It is my public address. I wish my YMDK 96 would support VIA. YMDK isn't that QMK supported? It doesn't have VIA, but you can at least do VIA, I think. I'm pretty sure. Where did my... Let's see how these turned out. Banderole looking pretty clean. Ooh, it's got Lightning's logo. The Dolch assets. Eat tray? No. No. I'm debating getting an HMKB60 for another Boardwalk PC, but I already have a SKB60 that I use. They look hella similar. Should I pull the trigger? I have not built either in person, unfortunately. I've seen them at meetups. They're cool, but yeah, not too sure. I think I've only seen the HMKB in person. I don't know if I've seen the SKB60 in person. Nice. This is Dolch R5. Gotta love GMK trays. Ooh. Alright, these colors look hella off on the camera. It makes the Dolch almost look blue. This is not blue though. This is more of a turquoise greenish. How does it look on this cam? Yeah, it's more leaning green than blue. This is more accurate. On the other cam though, it looks blue. Yeah, this is wrong. This is right. Alright, let's install the keycaps. Roy the boy, thanks for the 11 months. Have you ever missed a sheath when putting away your knife? No, I have not. That would be pretty scary though. Do you have a custom LUT preloaded into OBS for the cams? Yes. I don't have too crazy of a creative LUT. They're mostly just technical LUTs for converting. I'm just transforming the log footage into 709. But I think it's a capture card issue. The C log coming out of my cameras, the LUT doesn't work as nicely as if I'm editing them in an NLE. Caps lock. Enter. Oh my god. Okay. Let me bring out the hunger kit. You are right, just looked up QMK and the YMDK is supported. Yeah. Beauty of just a nice neutral grade and good lighting contrast. Yeah. But like on this cam, this is the C70. Yeah, I literally just have one LUT. Or I mean, this is just a Rec 709 conversion. This is how it looks out of the camera. And then that's Rec 709. Ooh. This is the Hunger Kit. Sick. Oh, they got the one. Nice. Use a Blackmagic SDI capture card. I'm using a Blackmagic capture card right now. Yeah, but for some reason, so this is the EOS R. If I apply the, oh wait, this is the wrong LUT. Hold on. If I apply a Rec 709 conversion on this, oh, this looks so bad. I feel like whatever OBS does for applying LUTs, it's not accurate. This should be 10-bit C-Log 1. And then when I just apply a Rec 709 conversion, it's so off. This is something else that I've done, but it's not a LUT. Yeah, but C-Log 2 looks pretty nice on OBS. Looks unhealthy, and the color is just completely inaccurate. I need F13 for Dolch R5. Wait, was F13 not included? Or are you missing a keycap? Oh, that's pretty thick. There are no, you only have barred homing keys for the Hunger Kit. Lightning big brain, that's the move. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Scooped is here. I lied. Wait, I'm missing an L? Oh, L's here. Why is L up here? It was a separate kit. Oh. Oh, imagine not getting F13. Like Xiaohao. Oh, this base kit, or this Hunger Kit provides redundant symbol keys. That's kind of nice. I got my Tula caps and I'm a fan of the pip keys instead of bar. You like the pip? Oh, you mean the nipples. Yeah, nipples are also nice. I prefer nipples and bars over scooped. Scooped is the worst. Is this Dolch R5 with Hunger? Yes. Is there a way to use QMK to test the board like you can in VIA? You can use the key tester in VIA even if it's not VIA compatible. But you can't get it to light up the matrix if that's what you're going for. Scooped bad. Scooped is pretty mid. Agreed. Scooped is pretty mid. Scooped also changes the sound signature of the location. Okay, we're done with the Hunger Kit. Oh, there's no banderole for the Hunger Kit though. Okay, that's kind of sus. Scooped more like poop, am I right? Yeah. Ooh, the row 5 goodness. Dang. We're gonna use Alt-Ger. I personally like Alt-Ger. Oh, we gotta use accent keys. I'm down for Red Escape. Cap. Okay, short shift. R5 is a goat, yeah. Xiaomi, no, R5 feels weird. Dude, if Xiaomi had R5, it'd be goat. Function key, I guess I don't need, huh? I'm down for row 1, delete. I need page up, page down. Well, I guess we could make this function for now. And then page up, page down. Arrow keys are here. Ooh, row 5 feels so good. All right. I got my first GMK set this past weekend. Nice. What's your first ever GMK set? Ooh, how about this? Everyone in chat, what's your first GMK set? That's a good indicator of how new or old you are. Let me see. List out the first ever GMK set you guys purchased. Flocka FL, thank you for 6 months. Cotton Candy with a 1 year. Thank you. GMK Cafe Modern Dolch, GMK Grand Prix White on Black, Striker Round 2, GMK Hydro? Oh wait, Sammy, you're that old? Holy crap. Dracula, Dual Shot Round 2, Botanical. Oh, it looks like the majority of chat is newer than Jezekin with the 9009 Round 1. Oh, Coniferous was... I feel like all the old green sets, low-key, were pretty woke. Coniferous? I remember liking that set. Yeah, this set was lit. Okay, the renders look kind of bad. Alright, these images are better. I used to own Coniferous. What is it? BSP Irish, also, I'm sorry, Imsto Irish. Also a green set that was pretty fire. Oh, there was another, look at the year. This was the age when shit still failed. True. Oh, this was 2018. Yeah, 2018. You were happy if a kit hit MOQ. Yeah, look at this. Like 250 was a reach if you could hit 250. If you hit 150, you were content. One set a month, yeah. Ah, there was another one. GMK Royal. Royal Alpha. This was another good green set. Yeah, I used to have this set. And it looks much better in pictures and renders. Yeah, GMK Royal Green, also pretty fire. GMK Terminal, also not bad. We use it on stream terminal. From time to time. GMK Terminal. Oh, hey, it's my picture. No, that's not my picture. Is this my picture? No, it's not me. Oh yeah, Grizian, also OP. Or Grizian. There was a GMK Grizzlian. This set fire. I kind of want this to run again. I wish I had joined this. I thought it was whatever. Wait. Did I miss Grizzlian round 2? 2022, that's this year. It's coming back? Oh, this is coming back? Oh, that's so hype. This set is fire. Oh, fudge. That's another set I have to buy then. Ooh, with the Oliver green keyboard? Okay. Oh, Space is gonna run it. Okay, nice. Base kit 135 at 500 MOQ. Oh, okay. Wow, there's actually a ton of work put into the rerun. Okay, that's pretty cool. Has row 5 too. Wait, you're forced into row 5 in the base kit. Oh, interesting. Forced row 5. I mean, I don't mind that personally. Do they even offer row 4 replacements? No, you don't get row 4 replacements unless you get... Oh, you don't get row 4 replacements, period. Extension kit doesn't have row 4 replacements. Base kit doesn't include row 4. Yeah, this is all row 5. Oh, that's pretty lit. Oh, this looks nice too. Grizzlian on just a black TGR. That looks very nice. I feel like there's an opportunity to make a really cool artisan keycap collab with Grizzlian. This colorway is really nice. Macro kit, yeah, we're probably gonna see a lot more macro kits this year and next year too. I feel like there's a lot of boards waiting to come out that have the left side macro column. I also need this board to run again. TMO is pretty popular. The alt graphic on these look nice. Alt graphic. Oh yeah, yes. All right, let's take the screenshot. Do we have mods? Can we get the casino and bot live? Three, two, one, boom. Take the USB out, I'll edit it in post. I'll try to remove it in post. Okay. Man, it feels kind of long since I did my last casino. Bot is live, casino is open. I also will not be able to switch scenes mid typing test anymore because my pedal is borked. No more switching scenes if that affects your votes at all. Zendoria, thank you so much for the 2 months. Zendoria. Let me turn off all the filters. What happened to my pedals? My cats broke it. Captain Emmett, hello. Okay. I predicted against my bet. What is wrong with me? This is the typing test of the Pixelspace capsule. It was built with a palm plate None of the foam has been installed. Switches are Zakus switches. It's got the stock Zakus spring, but the switch has been lubed with Tribosys 3204. Keycap set is GMK Dolch R5. And this is how loud the mouse clicks are right at keyboard level. Here we go. Oh wait, I'm not typing so good. Oh, I know why. Okay, I thought this felt weird. Oh, I know why I typed so bad. Oh God. This, can chat guess? Oh my God, this is so bad. Hold on. 131? Oh my goodness. No, there's a reason. It's not the weight, but this keyboard, wait, it is angled. Okay, it's very, the angling is kind of subtle though. No, it's not the long pulls, but it's kind of flat. What's the typing degree on this? It's almost as if it's pretty flat. This is 5 degrees? Okay, maybe I'm just a bad typist. It did not feel like 5 degrees. It felt pretty flat to me. All right, but these are what the mods sound like. Excuse. Wait, it doesn't sound that bad. I actually think this sounds pretty good. This is also with no foam. I don't think you need to put foam in this build, at least with the palm plate and this switch. It sounds pretty clacky. It does seem to have some kind of deadening effect, but that might just be the palm material being a plastic. But I think this sounds pretty nice actually. If you're into the claps. There are flex cuts, yes. You can see it moving a lot, and especially because we didn't use any foam, you also get that bassy resonance, right? You can probably hear it in the mic. There's like a bassy undertone. Yeah, it's actually really comfortable to type on. I like this. I just wish it was angled a little more because it's so flat. It feels pretty flat. Okay, one more, and then we will add all the foam to see how that sounds. All right, casino is open. I'll type from this angle this time. Can you change the color lighting? Let me see. I don't know if it's available in VIA yet. Oh, Rainbow Swirl 3. No, looks like it's not responding. Up the brightness. No, look, at least in VIA. Oh, here's my other board. Oh, whoops. You right. Oh, you can. Wait, if I change it. Looks like the caps lock on is still the same. What color should I make it then? Blue? I guess we can match the teal. Something like that. You can change it in VIA. Nice. All right, here we go. Redemption arc. Redemption. What was the spread? Believers? Oh! 4% believers? I got you, believers. What was the spread? How much did believers make? Oh my goodness. Wookie Scratcher got the fattest payout. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let me, this is the wrong browser. There we go. Ooh, bet 4,000, got 71,000 back? Okay. I was conned, fake news? Imagine doubting. Oh my. Our resident top doubter get wrecked. It's okay, I still have 2.2 mil. Okay. Alright, let's try rebuilding this then. This time with all the foam. Do you guys care for all the foam? I could alternatively switch the plate material if you'd like. I don't know if we're gonna have time for both though. Nah, would you guys rather hear it with a different plate then? Dougalist, thank you for the Prime sub. Yeah, overall though, I think this board is pretty nice. If you dig the aesthetics, if you are okay with not a super stiff typing experience, I think this board is actually kind of nice. The back is pretty cool. We should show off some more, huh? For those of you guys just tuning in, this is what the back USB port looks like. It's got Pixelspace engraved over there. That is the top piece. Bottom, not much to see, but it's the bottom. This is what it looks like from the front. Is there RGB on the back? No RGB. I mean, this part lights up, but that's it. This is all the RGB there is. Oh, we didn't weigh this. We didn't weigh this. This is a new board. We need to weigh this. This is new of its kind. So if you're gonna use all the foam, it might be a little more, but it's just foam. This is completely built with none of the foam. 2,082 grams. 4 pounds, 9.5 ounces. So just half, 4.5-ish pounds. Whoa, Mr. John with the 2 years. John B, thank you. All right, 2 years poggers. I feel like I haven't seen John B in a while. No, was it John? Okay. We need to find where the screw positions were. I come every month for my poggers chat message. Nice. Yeah. I think this is pretty solid. I'm not sure how much of the sound is due to Zakus. It seemed like chat didn't like how it sounded from other builds. I thought the sound was pretty nice. But this definitely does have a unique aesthetic. I feel like the hobby does not take well to more rounded design languages such as this. But if this design language is something you like, I think you'll be pretty happy with this board. Where did my screwdriver go? I put it back maybe. The long pull saved it to others compared to... Yeah, it might be that the long pull clack is just so dominant. It masks other features. But with the Zakus and this palm plate, I thought it was pretty nice. What mic do you use on sound tests? My Sennheiser MKH416. What's the material of the case? Aluminum. What desk is that? It's just the Uplift V2 standing desk. Is there an alu plate? Aluminum plate will not be offered at all for this keyboard. You are only limited to FR4, palm, and polycarb. So what's the consensus? Do you guys want me to add foam with a different plate or keep the same plate? How did they make such nice curves? What do you mean? Duologist, taking this for 6 months. No foam, different plate. Okay, so you guys would rather just hear a different plate. And that leaves us with, do you guys want polycarb or FR4? Ah, there's one more screw here. Polycarb. FR4. Ooh, make sure this doesn't drop. All right, let's take a vote. Oh, whoops. Vote yes if you want polycarb. No if you want FR4. Yes, polycarb. No, FR4. Yes, polycarb. No, FR4. Ooh, I'm seeing more for FR4. It's leaning no. All right, chat has voted no. Looks like we're going FR4. FR4 plate. Polycarb is pretty similar to palm. I want to hear something different. That is true. Well, no, I do think polycarb and palm have noticeable differences. But yeah, it's probably not as different as FR4. I feel like FR4 also has a somewhat, oh, maybe I'm speaking out of my butt. Yeah, but that's a nice thing, right? I can just take off these sleeves. They're not stuck to a single plate. If I want to switch out plate materials, this is kind of nice. I mean, granted, they could have just made me attach it to the case and it would have still been fine, but. Curves on this board sort of remind me of the Gen 2. What is Gen 2? Is that a keyboard? Oh, Linux. Oh. Do you still have your feel? Nope, I do not have that feel. I will say though, considering that the Tenet, I feel like it was kind of they shouldn't have released both at the same time. I feel like because the Tenet is such an interesting board and people know it's coming, it might cannibalize the sales of this. I think if this just released on its own, it's still a solid board, but it doesn't have the wow feature like the Tenet does. So people are going to be more inclined to just wait for the Tenet, I feel like. Where did you get that rock screw holder? I have a command, exclamation stone, exclamation tray. Yeah, I mean, I don't. This silhouette isn't new though. The bumper has a similar looking aesthetic. Not quite CA66 level. Yeah, I would say bumper is probably more close to this if I remember correctly. Austin Dude, things on for 3 months. Oh. Just loop some SP stars with them. Now I wait. Oh, GS2. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna take all these out. Smooge. Oh, I know what else I did. I wasn't lying when I said I was on a TV binging spree. I forgot, I also watched the Dumbledore movie. Because it's finally available to stream on HBO. Have you guys seen the Dumbledore movie? Still no release date on this keyboard yet. Not yet, but within the next 2 weeks, it will happen. Best way to get notified of when the dates get finalized is to join their Discord server, the Click-Clack Discord server. But they have said within the next week or so, they will have the in-stock sale, first come, first serve. And then the group buy will be open shortly afterward. I hardly watch shows, movies anymore, despairs. What do you watch now then, Drew? Anime? Trash TBH. Dumbledore was good, weird without depth though. Yeah, very different vibe. Did they specify price or at least give a range? Yes, if you join the in-stock, it will retail for $410 or $430 depending on the finish. If you wait until the group buy price is expected to be around $400. So you do get a slight discount holding off until the group buy, but you will receive your keyboard much later if you join the group buy. Twitch and YouTube. Oh, you mostly consume Twitch and YouTube. Interesting. I'm the opposite now. I hardly watch Twitch and YouTube now. I'm like catching up on a bunch of shows. Oh, there will also be some modifications. The biggest one being that the daughter board will be revised to fit the AIO3. It might end up just using the AIO3 daughter board. I feel like most of the time the group buy boards end up having better QC. Or some minor fixes that the in-stocks don't normally have. I don't know if that's... I feel like that's true for any kind of product though. Like if you're an early adopter, chances are you might have some defects or... it might not have all the changes, right? Because it's in stock, it means it's already been produced. And they might have produced it without all the final changes. So I want to say usually brands hold off on having an in-stock sale until they have a mostly close to production unit or model available. But yeah, it is possible sometimes there's extra revisions being made between the time the in-stock units arrive versus once the group buy goes live. How are you liking the board so far? I think it feels really nice. It's pretty comfortable to type on. It's my style. I prefer softer, slightly bouncy typing experiences now. Sound-wise, I don't think it was bad. I'm not crazy about the sound, but it sounded pretty good to me. I don't have any complaints about the sound yet. It is very clacky though. If you're not a fan of clack, well, granted, I'm using pretty clacky switches. I'm not sure how this would sound with a non-long pole switch. I think they said the blue color will be exclusive to the in-stock sale. Hold on, let me see. Oh, you're right. Ice blue will be in-stock exclusive. Interesting. Okay, I guess there is a reason to join the in-stock then. if you're attempting to go for the ice blue. It is a in-stock exclusive. I love the look of it, kind of retro. Yeah, I think the biggest thing for this keyboard is going to be the aesthetics, more so than anything. Like you either like it or you hate it, I feel like. That's a pretty thick case though. I bet it sounds nice and heavy. We weighed it with the keycaps and switches fully built. It is around 4.5 pounds. Yeah, I feel like in general though, just consumer products, they don't have these kinds of design languages more. I feel like even phones, laptops, cars, they're all moving towards boxier, less bulbous visuals. Boxy aesthetic, yeah. I mean, even fashion went through a boxy fit kind of phase. Boxy fit is still in. What does 4.5 pounds fall on the scale of most keyboards? I would say 4.5 for a 65% is respectable. It's not there's definitely heavier 65%, but it's got a lot of, it's pretty hefty. 4.5 pounds for a 65%. The iPhone stuck with the round edges for a while though. I do still like the box ones. Wait, but didn't the iPhone, didn't it get more boxy? Like it used to be even more bulbous, right? This is pretty boxy for an iPhone, I feel like. Or they went back to being more boxy. The edges also, it's flat now. I think the previous iPhone, it was a curved edge. You don't see a lot of curves anymore. Chonky, yeah. Just call me Table. I think it was 20 months. Yeah, I dig the flat edges. That's what I meant. They went back to boxy, but they stuck with the curve for a while. Yeah, I feel like boxy is just, everyone wants boxy now. I feel like people associate boxy with like clean, minimal. What desk pad do you recommend? Any desk pad that any of my sponsors sell. They're all of great quality. I get all of my desk mats from my sponsors. What else has gone boxy? Have cameras gone boxy? Do you guys remember Boxy? My name is Boxy. Who's Boxy? I don't think I know Boxy. Oh, houses? I feel like architecture also, modern architecture is more boxy than curvy. Grill on internet. Boxy. No, I've never watched her stuff. OG YouTube. Oh, sponsor time. Yes, I said I was going to do sponsor time during the second bout. Oh, right. It is time for sponsor time, chat. we've got some new updated products from our sponsors. Starting off, we have Cable Mod. Check out cablemod.com/Taeha types. They have an online configurator that makes ordering custom keyboard cables very easy. Ooh, and they are also coming out with some new designs. If you are planning on buying a cable soon, maybe hold off. They are working on providing designs that I have not yet seen from other custom cable makers as well. But yeah, cablemod.com/Taeha types. Annyeong, hello. People found her house and all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh man. Our next sponsor is Divinity. Check out divinity.com/Taeha types. They sell tons of products, but some of their standout ones being they sell pre-brush lube switches. If you are too lazy to lube your own switches, or you're too scared to lube your own switches, and you'd rather pay someone, Divinity offers that for you. Also check out the DK Oni linear switch. A proprietary switch exclusive to Divinity. They are a local SoCal-based vendor. If you want to help support local vendors as well, and you're based in California, great vendor to buy from. Our next sponsor is KBD Fans. Head on over to kbdfans.com/Taeha types. Their group buy product page has blown up again. They have so many things live in group buy right now. But my favorite ones being the Tiger 80. A lot of buzz around Tiger 80. I think it's been shipped out. Wei said he shipped it out a while ago. I'll have to see if it arrived. So once that arrives, you guys can expect a build. There's also GMK Bordeaux live on KBD Fans. I know a lot of you guys were hyped for GMK Bordeaux. Is that how you say it? But yeah, the group buy for GMK Bordeaux is live now. Tiger 80, GMK Bordeaux, my top 2 picks. I make my own cables with shielding. Yeah, I should probably do that too. Say it with a French accent? How do you say that with a French accent? I can't do that. Our next sponsor is Keycult. Check out keycult.com. Their update streams are back again. Make sure you guys ring the notification bell for their Twitch channel to stay up to date with their latest news. I don't think there's been a release or a future release announced yet. But yeah, check out keycult.com. You guys already know they make some of the best custom mechanical keyboard kits on the market. Highly sought after. You said it correctly? Nice. Have you tried any of the new KBD Fans keycaps? No, I haven't tried the new PBT fans yet. Our next sponsor is Kinetic Labs. Go to check out kineticlabs.com/Taeha types. They are working on several new products that I cannot speak about yet, but keep your eyes peeled. For the time being though, you can buy several desk mats. They actually have way more desk mats than I thought. But some of my favorites being the Shiba mat that was designed by Miss Marcia. Check it out. You can also pick up several lubricants as well as their Polycap series of keycaps. I know some of you guys raised complaints and issues over Polycaps. I have been told they are working on fixing some of the molds. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's been a new set released yet with the new molds, or I don't know how long the new molds might take. But they are working to improve the Polycaps. What switches would you recommend after Gateron Black inks? You can check out Gateron Oil Kings, Gateron CJs, or I guess, yeah, CJs, Gateron KS3 switches. Raids are also nice. Quick question. Built a board a few months ago and recently having this double spacing problem. I press space once and it'll input it like 2 or 3 times. Sounds like you need to replace the switch. Yeah, try replacing the spacebar switch. Nude nudge meme. Thanks for the 2 months. And just call me table. Thanks for 20 months. Did I finish? That's it. Our next sponsor is Mode. Check out modedesigns.com/Taeha types. I have retired the Sonnet because I used it. I think I ended up using it for 3 weeks. But I genuinely liked the Mode Sonnet. You can join the pre-order for the Mode Sonnet. I think it is a pretty great keyboard for the price. Pre-orders are open indefinitely, but the early batch pre-orderers are expected to start receiving their units Q4 of this year. Yeah, check out modedesigns.com/Taeha types. I'll replace it again though. I got NK creams. I replaced it twice unless I got lucky with both. It's possible you got unlucky with both. If replacing it for a 3rd time doesn't fix it, then it might be a PCB issue, which I cannot help you with. You're gonna have to find, you might need to bring out the multimeter to start diagnosing it. Next we have Novel Keys. Check out novelkeys.com/Taeha types. Typeout. Are they still giving out codes for Typeout? If you guys haven't heard, the Novel Keys game is available to beta test on Steam. Check out, head on over to Steam and download Typeout and request a beta key. I don't think there's a keycap set running this month, but Cherry Ember, check it out. It is in stock. PBT looks pretty sick. They have several GMK sets as well as PBT sets in stock now. Holy, my lisp is so bad today. But you guys already know Novel Keys has tons of switches, desk mats, keycaps available in, keyboards now available to purchase in stock now. If you use code REDO at checkout, saves you 5% off in stock Novel Keys products. Our next sponsor is OmniType. Check out omnitype.com/Taeha types. Oh, OmniType? They sent out an email. Until tomorrow, there is a 10%, I think it's a 10% or $10. What is it? Let me see the email. There's a discount going on. Yeah, 10% off code that works store-wide. Ends at 3:30 p.m. Central tomorrow. They have several GMK sets in stock now. If you guys have been meaning to pick something up from OmniType, now would be a great time because it's pretty rare they offer a 10% off site-wide. Yeah, they got a ton of products. You can buy several desk mats. You can pick up keyboard carrying cases, some switches, and GMK sets. Type out ranked when? They'll probably implement it for once it becomes public. No point in having ranked for the beta though, I feel like. Yeah. But yeah, take advantage of this Memorial Day, I guess belated Memorial Day discount code. 10% off OmniType. And last but not least, we have Prime Keyboards. Check out primekb.com/Taeha types. They have DSS Honeywell in stock. If you've ever been interested in trying other PCBs, sorry, not PCBs. I saw a chat. A PCB looks kind of badass. Yeah, the PCB looks pretty nice. They have sorry, other profiles. Consider DSS, Honeywell. Prime KB, also one of the few vendors to have DSA. Check out DSA Bounty Hunter, DSA Aspen, Simpler 60 also in stock. If you're in the market for a somewhat affordable 60% kit. And Prime KB sells several switch options as well as various tools for building your keyboard. Any keyboard pickups lately? I bought Bezos RS60. I think that was the latest one actually. I need to join GMK Miklon. I guess Grizzy in round 2 whenever it runs. Yeah, I don't think I've joined any other keyboard group buys though. Yeah. Keyboard carrying cases anything on sale? Yeah, those will go. They will come back. I will also be running mine with OmniType pretty soon. If you've been waiting to purchase a keyboard carrying case, consider waiting until mine drops. What base kit would you go for, Miklon? I think I'd go for both, honestly. Both are pretty fire. Merch? Oh! Update on merch. The packaging has shipped. So whenever it gets to me from China, I can start packaging up the merch so I can have the sale. I think June is hopeful. July just to be safe. I think July we can have it for sure though. Oh, if it's July. Ooh, that means I can start teasing some of the pictures and footage I got then. Starting next month maybe. How early in advance should I start releasing like pictures and marketing material? Is 1 month too long? Should I do it like weeks before? Now? Today? No, today's too early. So Nathan confirmed August? I think August for sure we can have it up by August. July I think is doable. June I'm gonna say is hopeful just to be safe. Yeah. Oh dang, that means I gotta finish up the video. I've just been editing it here and there, but never finished it because I wasn't sure. But yeah, it is on my way from China as we speak. Has it been 2 years? I don't know when I actually started telling you guys about merch. It might be a 2-year project. I just got hit with delays and roadblocks. Was there a version of this keyboard that had an LED pop-up on the left side of the case? I think you're thinking of a different keyboard. That was on KBD fans. What was that board called? Phase 1, yeah. The one that's Dieter Ram inspired. You're thinking of this one. Kind of similar, but different. This one ran already. Okay. Just the keycaps left. So all we've done is swap out the plate for FR4. Oh, it sounds different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you sick? I don't know. I'm wondering if I am sick. I didn't go out over the weekend at all, so I don't know how I would have gotten sick. Maybe I got sick through DoorDash. What if my driver was sick? And then his germs got on the food. I am feeling a little tired today. Yeah, not sure. 5 to 7 incubation period after Vegas? No, I tested myself after Vegas. No. I tested myself after Vegas. I somehow did not catch COVID after EDC. Only one person in my group caught COVID after EDC. I don't know how that one person caught it. But the majority of us are fine. Are you triple vaxxed? Yeah, I'm triple vaxxed. Yeah, my nose has been feeling runny today. I am feeling a little under the weather, but nothing debilitating yet. You need a Red Bull? I do have Monster in the fridge. Should I chug a Monster after stream? Floppy processor, thinking of the 4 months. Sorry I missed that. Thank you. Dilly Doba with the 7 months. Shade Shane with the 2 years. Sheesh, thank you. If you're within 7 days, it's possible to be testing negative and still have COVID. I know because it just happened to me. Oh, today would be the 7th day. Maybe I'll get tested again. Because I came back on the 24th. But I haven't been going out since then. I've been happy with the NK Stone set. Yeah, NK Stone looks real nice. The gray of the NK Stone actually really nice. You can make it work with a lot of case colors. A lot of people seem to be coming down with very light symptoms right now. Ooh, yeah, I guess I'll get tested. Should I test on stream? No, that's bad. It'll be too troll if I actually have COVID and I show it on stream. What's best premium switch for a blue switch fan? If you like blue switches, that means you like clicky switches. I would actually recommend the clickies from ZOPC. No cap will make your MX Blues feel like trash. And it's got a really nice click. Both sound and feel wise. HIPAA? Well, it's not against HIPAA if I choose to share my results. I just don't want to be clipped. Taking a kit or taking an at-home kit test and it turns out I have COVID. That's a very cringe clip. You wouldn't be the first one to do it? Wait, have people actually taken COVID tests on stream and tested positive? Sounds kind of troll. I tried box J's recently. It was funny for 5 minutes, then I switched back to what I had before. J's are also really nice. I feel like if you like clickies or clicky switches, your top options at the moment probably are Jades, Navies, box whites, clickies, the new ones from Zeal. I don't even know if there have been real developments on the clicky switch front, other than the Zeal switch that came out recently. Click bars are nice for clicky lovers. Yeah, click bars are really nice. Click bars being the box clicky switches. Those are also really nice. Yes, one of the biggest Spanish streamers did it like in front of 120K viewers. Ooh. What keycap set do you have on that keyboard in the back? This is GMK Olivia Dark. If you had to go with the MX clicky switch, which one would you go with? If I had to do a MX clicky switch build today, I think I would go with the 40 gram clickies. If after clickies, my next choice would probably be box whites, and then box jade, and then box navy. White, navy, jade, they all feel the same to me. It's just varying spring weights and how heavy of a typing experience you want. Whites are my preferred spring weight though for the box clickies. Not gonna lie, MX blues feel quite nice, just sound like shit. I can agree to that. Yeah. I will say, I will agree with Drewa. I don't think MX blues feel bad. It's mostly the sound. MX clickies though, I don't think they're that terrible feel wise. I think that's why a lot of normies also like clicky switches. Like they're fine for a tactile response. It's just they sound not so pleasant. Just lube them, they sound better. You could lube them. If you guys have the chance to ever try jailhoused MX clicky switches, those are also quite an experience. I feel like jailhouse switches are still pretty unique in terms of feel. Does anyone make the clips anymore? What were they called? Jailhouse, those like J clips? Or hooks? Should we do a jailhouse build? J spacer, is that what they were called? Oh, someone does sell them. Wait, is this legit? Switch Captain. I have never heard of this vendor. There's someone though. Can I remove the click in the switches? For MX style switches, yes. You can remove the click jacket. I'm not sure why you would do that though. Can you remove I don't know if you can remove the click bar. No, I don't think you can remove the click bar for box switches. Use dental rubber bands for jailhouse? I guess you could. Alright, this has been swapped out. Let's do another prediction. Okay, chat, prediction is live. Yeah, I also know people some people just used to straight up like super glue. They would super glue, I think it might have just been dental bands, yeah. They just legit super glue dental bands to the stem itself. Clicky mode feels like a good in-between though, not too tactile but still snappy because of how the tactile bump is produced. Clicky mode? For the clickies. I personally was not crazy about the tactile mode, but the clicky mode I do like. place your predictions. What's the spread this time? 16% believers. 10K on over? Oh crap. Can believers win twice in a row? All right, put the mic down. Turn off any mic filters. They're off. Man's gonna dox me? I see that pink believer, Horty Who. No. For those of you guys just tuning in, this is the same build. This is the second typing test. The plate is an FR4 plate now. Still, none of the foams have been installed. Switches are exactly the same. There's Zakus switches, Lube with Tribosys 3204, stock spring weight, no switch foam. Keycap set is GMK Dolch R5. Should we do top cam? Let's do top cam. Oh, we do. This is how loud the mouse clicks are right at keyboard level. Huh? Spacebar works. Oh, what do you do? Oh God. Okay, I can't do long pull. This is so bad. This is not good for speed typing. I'm so sorry, Visionaire. Oh. Okay, doubters win. Hold on. One more. Oh, these long pulls are not so good for speed run. Final one. I'll also do WPM start. While you guys bet, this is what the mods sound like. Oh, whoa, Mins. Oh, Mins. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. We are here to watch the redo. Oh, God, that's the raid message. They know about the redo. Thank you. No regrets. Also, thank you for the 25 months. Thank you. You guys came at a good time. We're about to do a typing test of this. Oh, no. They all know about the redos. What keycaps are those? This is GMK Dolch R5. Yeah, welcome, raiders. My name is Taeha. I normally build keyboards. And we just finished building one. We're about to do a typing test, and you guys can place your bets if you have channel points. Everyone knows? Okay, Raymond. How are you doing? Andy, hello. Oh, what is this flower badge? That's so cute. Oh, TwitchCon 2022 Amsterdam. Whoa, they get such a cute badge. Does TwitchCon San Diego get a nice badge like that too? The NA TwitchCon badge is a palm tree? Imagine. I want a flower over a palm tree. What the heck? Happy accident raid. What did you draw? Did you draw today, Mins? Hope you had a great stream. We better get a cute frigging badge? Yes, sirs. The redo is hardly a secret, to be fair. Dang, is it that notorious? Alright, I think predictions are over. Here we go. Taeha, hi, beautiful board. Thank you. Guess I'll just get a shitty palm tree if I buy tickets. Yeah, I think I'm planning on going to TwitchCon San Diego. Alright. Here we go. Oh, I should show off the board for anyone new, huh, for the raid. This is the board we built today. It's the Pixelspace capsule, and it is expected to go live in the next 2 weeks. If you type in !build, it should link you to their website. Join their newsletter, and yeah, these are fingerprint marks, ignore it. It is a fingerprint magnet because it's black anodized. It's very bulbous, but if you like the aesthetic, I think that it's actually a pretty nice package. If you're looking for a firm typing experience, this keyboard is not it. It's got quite a bit of flex, as you can tell. There are no metal plates offered. This only comes with plastic plates. So this is meant for softer typists. I think it sounds pretty decent, not crazy about the sound, but they do provide, this build has no foam, but they do provide all the foam options. All right, so here we go. We need a choke emote, not believers. Oh, true, I should get a choke emote. Here we go. Oh, what do you do? Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh my God, this is so bad. All right, long pole switches suck. These switches suck. Well, hold on. One more. I refuse to end on a loss. No more, please. One more. Third time's the charm. I will figure out long pole stems. How well does Tribosys type with long poles? This is so bad for speed typing. Seriously? Yes. I don't get how anyone could speed type with these. You bottom out so quickly. We're gonna be here all night? No. Trust. This last one, I got you guys. Oh, I missed another raid. Thank you, Jessa Doodle. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream as well. Thank you. Do it for us? I got you. One more. I'm gonna practice. Maybe long pole, I just go super slow. I make so many mistakes because you bottom out so fast. I have long poles in all my space bars, but only 2 boards have full long poles. It takes a few minutes to get used to. I don't even know if it's minutes. It's just the shorter travel really messes with me. I trust you, Taeha. Uh-oh. What's the spread? Only 10% believe? Wait, is this still going? It is. Oh! All in doubt. Again, 789. Okay. Oh, these are good odds for believers, though. These are good odds. You and your believers lost. Trust. This is the run. Gotta find the right passage. Okay, this is it. Here we go. I gotta go slow, not too fast. Oh my, really. Huh? Ah, no, no. Ah. Ah! This short long pole sucks. Smoj, I tried. One more? You guys want one more? Do believers still have points? Wait, well, I want to see what the payout is. If you... That's very risky. 789 bet 100k to win 11,000. One more. All right, four times the charm. One more. I have 2.2 mil. It's not that big a risk at this point. Okay. I'm gonna wait until believers have a sub 10% doubt win out percentage. Wow, that's crazy. I still have believers. I still have believers. Wait, why are there so many believers? What is this? More people need a doubt. Oh. Wait, why is it so high? 30%? I'm a believing addict? How many points do you have, Aogi? Wait, you're a believer and you still have 15k points. Pet the believers? Yeah, pet the believers. Raymond, hello? I see you, Raymond. All right, it is closed. Here we go. This is the run. Gotta raise my chair for peak optimal typing form. Ooh, the sun rays hitting the table, kind of nice. Oh my god. Wait. Hold, why does that not space? No! 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 I had it! No, that was so close. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, believers. Doesn't mean... No, I did not throw. I did not. That was not intentional. I got the sunlight buff. Wasn't enough. All right. Doubters always win. No, believers won today, early on. The CC. Oh, what did the closed captioning say? Believers in shambles 5 times in a row. Okay. Oh, someone doubted more than 789. Taeha, you said trust earlier. I could not trust you. That's my philosophy. No. Believers will win one day. All right. That was it. Hobart is at Las Vegas. Oh, no, 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 no. You only believe when there's vintage blacks in play. No, I think it's just the long pull. I actually don't think it's the angling of this board anymore. I think it's the long pull. It's just screwing with my muscle memory. All right. That was it for today's keyboard build. Once again, if you guys type an exclamation build, should take you to the website. This is the Pixelspace capsule. And it's going to be live pretty soon. Within the next 2 weeks. Oh, I should say, they're gonna have a in-stock sale first. They're gonna have 200 units in stock, and then once that sale happens, they're gonna open it up for an unlimited group buy after the fact. You do get a slight discount if you join the group buy, but you won't receive it immediately like the in-stock sale. So trade off here and there. I lost once when believing, always been a doubter since. Okay. Cats? Yeah, I think my cats are in the room. I heard them. Oh, Luffy's here. Luffy. What are you playing with? Huh? Luffy's here. Say hi. Oh, he just winked at you guys. Catch, yeah. He's so big now. Big belly. Yeah, I think when he's like fully stretched out, probably like 3 feet, 2.5 feet. I also apologize for anyone who follows Neko Neko Bazooka. Completely forgot I had a Catstagram. I started uploading to there again. Yeah, new cat pics. He's got pink toe beans. They don't even fit their tower? Nami does. He's getting kind of big for the tower, but he still fits in the bowl. He's not a massive yet. I heard Maine Coons can get up to like 20 pounds or something. He's still in the teens digits for weight. I don't know if he'll hit 20 pounds. I feel like he's hit his max. I'm a Nami enjoyer. Let me see where Nami is. Nami! Nami, where are you at? Oh, Nami's here. Oh, Mint, thank you. Thank you so much for the raid too. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Let me come back. Nami ran. Okay. Regular stream tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific. EU friendly stream tomorrow. We will not build a tenant. I've been told to wait a little bit longer for the tenant so that it lines up more with when the tenant goes live. So we will build a different keyboard tomorrow, not the tenant. Let's see, who is live? Oh, it's not plugged in. Who can we raid? Okay, we have. We can raid a chef. We can raid a just chatting streamer. We can raid musicians, TFT players, just chatting, GTA. Your hair has so much more volume? Yeah, I got a perm recently. Perm gives the volume buff. Chef? I'm seeing a lot of chef. He is cooking today, right? All right, let's give this man a raid then. The Hunger Service. We have raided him before, and he's also actually a keyboard nerd. He knows stuff about keyboards. So let's rate him. I'm Raimi. Thanks for the 15 months. Thank you, thank you. You need to put in that soul glow. What is that? Hyun, my love? Is Hyun live? No, she has too many viewers. She has too many viewers. All right. Let's see. There most likely will be a. You don't know Soul Glow? What is Soul Glow? A musician? Coming to America? Commercial? No, I've never seen this. What is this? Okay, I'll watch it after stream. But yeah, there should be a new vlog coming up this week. If you guys haven't watched the previous vlogs, check them out on Taeha Snipes. All past VODs go up to Taeha Tapes on YouTube. And I unfortunately, not my fault, will not be able to put out this month's video because of some sponsorship stuff. There ended up getting delays. But this month, there should be a video for sure. Yeah, check out all my socials. Thank you to everyone who tuned in today. And bigger, all of you guys who stuck around till the end. Monthly uploading, it wasn't my fault this month. It wasn't my fault this month. Not my fault. All right, have fun in the Hunger Services stream. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Bye-bye.